gave Cirie one of his powers, the extra vote, and it's the first time ever Cirie has a power of her own in Survivor after all these seasons he's played, after all the great gameplay that she's always, not always, but most of the time has gotten far in a Survivor game with no powers. Once again speaks to why Cirie is the best to never win. What is up, everybody? Here to talk about last night's Survivor episode. I am in a different room because they're doing construction on this side of my place where I like to record. But this room has an echo, so I don't know what was worse. I figured the construction noises might be worse. So sorry if there's an echo today. It's the best I can do. Now, last night's Survivor episode was very enjoyable. To me, it was one of the more entertaining episodes of Survivor in quite a few years for me. As I said last week, with my review for Survivor, I kind of want to do like just quick little reviews and do like the good, the bad, and the ugly from the episode, or throw in mid too in case something was kind of good, but not great. But, last night's episode was far more good than anything. There's no ugly on my list. There's one bad, but the preview kind of makes up for it. So, a very solid episode. Maybe this could be a very enjoyable season. Maybe it is the energy of returnees that is speaking to me. There's enough old school people to keep me entertained. But some of the new school people are very entertaining too. Like Q. I'm very glad Q is on this season because he is someone that does crack me up. He is a part of my good category for this episode. He, his entire tribe was very emotional after Kyle had to go. And he said the emotion cleared his mind. And he told Colby that Kyle's last words was one of them has to win. And the alliance was him and Stephanie, Colby, Genevieve, but they need a new number. So Q opened up to Rizzo, and they really kind of bonded more with Rizzo, or at least Q tried. Rizzo was feeling like he came on too strong the first few days of the game. He was too hyper, but now he feels like he has the time to use this time to calm down and come to the top of the food chain, which he is. And as much as I don't like Rizzo, and I do think that Rizzo was very good last season at reading the tribe, reading what's going on, and keeping his idol for so long, not having to use it. He did a very good job of that. In this episode, though, he proved his weakness to the tribe by being lazy, which was starting to piss Q off, and Colby's been trying to be like a father figure to Rizzo, and I don't really know if that is working out yet. I would love it, even though I know there's a tribe switch coming up in the next episode, but I would have loved it if Rizzo got voted out for old school reasons of just being lazy on the tribe. I would have been here for it. I also loved Q's commentary on Angelina being lazy, saying she's like a statue who just stands there and looks and watches. Q was cracking me up in this episode. He had a very entertaining episode. Speaking of entertainment, Christian's whole edit of shitting his pants was a lot, but it is like a classic Survivor moment. It's just another worry to add on to yourself if you ever actually try to get on Survivor. Because I can only imagine what eating, this random stuff on an island, this random fish, just coconuts all day, you don't have fire sometimes. I'm sure it tears up your stomach. So that would be something. I will never go on Survivor because I can't swim. That's the biggest thing. But even if I could swim, there's other elements that I don't think I would do good at. And now you have to add the element that your stomach might just turn on you and you might not be able to stop yourself from having an accident happen because your stomach is all tore up. But Christian did make me laugh in this episode. I also enjoyed Christian giving his boomerang idol to Aubrey because she did seem to be at a point in her tribe where she is not jiving with her tribe whatsoever. She's also lacking energy. And maybe this idol will give her the boost, like a pick me up, to have a better game going for her. So that was good to see for Aubrey. I do enjoy Aubrey when her head is in the game. And so far, her head has not seemed in the game this season. So maybe that idol will help. The Coach and Ozzy rivalry continued, with Coach trying to stick up for himself when all the tribes came back together. Coach saying he wants to get through this game with a shred of dignity. He said that Ozzy and Q made a deal during that first challenge for supplies and that he didn't. So when the key dropped, he pulled it. He said he's the same old coach that has always played with as much honor as possible. Ozzy got an equip. That coach is the same coach that always plays. He's the same coach that he played with, which was shade from Ozzy to Coach, because Coach was not so honorable in his season of trying to have a cult. But Coach is having a good game. It seems like Jonathan considers Coach as number one, and that is a good thing for Coach because, as we saw in this episode, Coach's age is catching up with him like it does to all of us. He tried to go spearfishing with Jonathan, and his legs immediately started cramping up, and he could barely walk when he came back to camp. So having an ally like Jonathan, who is a comp beast, who is a physical beast, I think really helps Coach's game. So that was good to see. Of course, the main thing that was great about this episode was getting to see Cirie have a completely fantastic episode, because she has this alliance with Ozzy, and Ozzy has an extra vote and an idol. And even though that tribe lost yet again and had to go to tribal council, Cirie got to put in some work because there was enough chaos going on that she could save her alliance, her strongest ally right now, in Ozzy. Devens and Joe went at it this whole episode, which was also fun to watch because I'm iffy on Joe as a personality sometimes, but this season right now, I think he's highly entertaining just to see how his own alliance members have to basically babysit him. Because when Joe saw Savannah and Devens whispering, he immediately asked Devens about it. And Rick tried to play it off, but did not play it off well whatsoever, which made them continue to get into it over and over and over. We also saw Christian trying to keep Joe calm. Like, Joe is someone great for a tribe because he's good at challenges, so they don't want to vote him out yet. And yet, he might be more of a problem than good for a tribe because they're not winning anyway, which was brought up in this episode by Cirie, I think. But it was very fun. It was a very fun edit to see Devens and Christian try their best to babysit Joe and still fail. Cirie put in work to save Ozzy because people like Emily and Savannah really wanted to vote Ozzy this round. So Cirie sat there with Emily, came up with pros and cons as to why they should vote out who they should vote out, saying that Savannah maybe got a power on her journey, which she did, and did not do a great job of, pretending she did nothing. Just she got to keep her vote. But Cirie kept putting in that work. She used we could protect Devens and get out Joe, but I think in the end they all decided it's a better move to get out Savannah, get her out when she has a power. But when Cirie told Ozzy how she saved him, Ozzy was grateful. Ozzy wants to learn how to be a more strategic player from Cirie this season, and was thankful and gave Cirie one of his powers, the extra vote. And it's the first time ever Cirie has a power of her own in Survivor after all these seasons he's played, after all the great gameplay that she's always, not always, but most of the time has gotten far in a Survivor game with no powers. Once again speaks to why Cirie is the best to never win. And then she proved it again in this episode by leading the charge to get out Savannah. And Savannah going after last season is also a good thing about this episode. I love it. I know we're still stuck with Rizzo and he's going to still take up a lot of airtime, but it was good to see Savannah go early this season. To her credit, though, I mean, playing again a few weeks after you just played and after you just won had to be exhausting. There was no way she was going to be able to play a great game again. So I'm not surprised that she was voted out early, but I am very happy to see it because she was someone on this cast that I really didn't care for to watch play again after not even making it through most of last season. The only bad I had put down for this episode was that we saw the same tribe lose again, and in recent seasons, that is just a trend where one tribe constantly loses, and that gets old seeing it. However, that was saved by the preview because it does seem they are already doing a tribe switch, which is great. I mean, we are already switching things up. They have maybe have actually learned some lessons from past seasons of past recent seasons where they just went on too long without tribe swaps or tribe switches. So I'm very excited about this season after this episode. This was a very entertaining episode to me. A lot of it felt like more classic Survivor rather than recent Survivor. I'm sure a lot of the old personalities helped that. But there's some new people, some newer players that are entertaining me too, like Q. So yeah, I'm excited for next week. Hope they can actually keep momentum. And I think the editing is doing a really good job this season. They must know it's the 50th season. Let's keep things entertaining. Let's keep things classic. That's why we're getting, Christian shits his pants moments, I guess. Oh, and I almost forgot. Back to the good stuff in the episode. Devens having this idea to hide a fake idol at tribal council as a game move later. Christian in on this, falling at tribal council when they were leaving to make a distraction so Devens could hide something. Love this idea. I love the potential chaos it can cause. I love that someone else on this season might see that and think it's a real thing too. Like Devens wants to use it as like a way to make it seem like he's going to have an idol and protect himself, but that could backfire, which is always fun. I mean, we saw something similar backfire on Adam on Winners at War, even though it wasn't his idea. He just thought something was an idol and it wasn't. But I'm interested to see if someone random in a tribal council where Devens isn't even there, because we know this cast is always thinking and always looking for idols. They've played the game before. Someone could spot that, grab it, think it's something. I don't know. This could go various ways, but I love the potential chaos it has. So that was another great thing about this episode, setting up something for the future. It's going to be something, or they wouldn't have included it in the edit. So that's exciting to me. I like chaos on these shows.